Well then, hope you're having a fantastic afternoon. Welcome to the program. This is Newsfeed with me, Karen Karimi. Now, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is in Kisumu County to grace the 94th Music Festival's gala event being held at the Kisumu Girls High School. The Deputy President was received by Kisumu Governor Professor Anyang' Nyong'o and Education CS Professor George Magoha. My colleague Mike Kagwongo is in Kisumu and now joins us live. Mike, good afternoon. You're looking very fantastic there. Now, the Kenya Music Festival made a comeback after a two-year break occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic. How is the mood like, and how was the DP been welcomed, considering this is an ODM stronghold county?
Thank you so much, Karen Karemi. Indeed, I can get you loud and clear right from Kisumu County here. Where we're standing right now is Kisumu Girls Secondary School. You know, the event has been was actually held in Kisumu Girls and Kisumu Boys and Area Primary School from a week ago, that's 7 days ago, and today marks the last day of this event that comes 2 years, as you rightly put it, after the COVID-19 pandemic struck the world, and it was put on hold just to make sure that students and other Kenyans do not get themselves into such kind of problems. And just to mention is that, as you mentioned earlier on, Kisumu Governor Anyang' Nyong'o and Professor Magoha also, they welcomed the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua here in Kisumu. And as you can see, the mood here is as usual. As you can see, students from different schools performing their best, what they performed over the week. They won, some of them won, and some of them were crowned winners, but they are yet to be crowned, they are yet to be handed over the trophies, because this will be handed over, they will be handed over the trophies tomorrow at the State House, Kisumu State House, when we are expecting President William Samoei Arap Ruto will be gracing the event just to hand over the trophies and to hand over the certificates to winners of these events. So different categories, about 113 schools graced this occasion, 113 schools, about 2,000 students, just to mention Karen Karimi, is that they have attended this event. And some of them are here. If maybe I can speak to some of them, maybe you can tell us your name and which school are you from? Why are you here? Which department were you performing? What were you people performing as your school?
Okay, my name is Fozia Sophie. I'm from St. Joseph's Chepterit. Here we have come to perform Shairi. We became number 1 in 4 Shairis, but we are presenting 1 for Mitandao. Yeah.
How did you people perform? You became number 1. What are you expecting from maybe the government, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Gender?
Okay. So we came position 1, and what we are expecting from the president is Scania, and we expect him to expand our library. That's all.
Wow, they are expecting goodies from Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, a bus, just to mention, and many other goodies that maybe they had been promised by Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. Remember, the theme for this year is all about economy, leadership, and climate change, and most of the poems that have been presented here is all about climate change, about economy, and all about leadership. So many students here, as you can see, most of them here, these are cultural, these are primary school. They were performing a culture song or cultural music. How are you, my sister? What is your name? Which school do you come from? And what are you people presenting?
My name is Stella Cheroti Chuto. I'm from Elgeyo Marakwet County. I present a Marakwet folk dance.
How did you people perform?
As we are at Kisumu, yes, the previous day, we got number 1 at Marakwet folk dance, and we get a trophy for Marakwet folk dance. Yes.
Thank you. If you can allow me just a minute of yourself, Karen, let me speak to a few boys here. This event was put on hold for 2 years because of pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic. What do you make of this? Were you people losing at school? Were you people losing your talents? No. What's your name? Which school do you come from?
My name is Brian from St. Pius Suriri Boys. It was not like yes, we are losing our talent, but it was get old, but we were just ready for this. Yeah. We were really dreaming about this festival.
What did you people perform?
We actually were performing sacred. Yeah, sacred text with the folk song. Yeah.
How did it go? Did you people win? And what are you expecting maybe from the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua today?
Okay, honestly speaking, we won. And right now, we are looking forward to performing right there on the stage so that we can see the Rigathi Gachagua. Yeah.
Tomorrow the president will be coming over at Kisumu State House. Are you maybe willing to perform tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll be happy to perform tomorrow and see Dr. President Ruto. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Karen Karemi, as you can see, these are the students that actually are performing today and might be performing tomorrow to make sure that they perform their duty in terms of co-curriculum activities in school that comes 2 years after the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic struck the world. And Karen Karemi, just to mention, is that President William Ruto will be coming over to Kisumu as expected. Maybe something may change. He may come over to Kisumu tomorrow, and at the State House in Kisumu, these students here will be performing, and he will be handing over the certificates and trophies of different winners in different categories. As I mentioned, 113 schools participated in this activity, and over 2,000 students also participated in these activities. Back to your studio from Kisumu County. My name is Mike Kagwongo.
Our reporter there having so much fun in Kisumu. Thank you so much, Mike, for the update. More details to this in our subsequent bulletins at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. right here on TV 47 Kenya. Now, 3 people have died and others seriously injured after a border carrying 3 passengers collided head-on with a matatu headed to Nairobi along Sagana Kagio Road in Kirinyaga County. Now, according to the residents, passengers in the matatu were left with injuries and were rushed to hospital, but no deaths recorded in the public service vehicle. The residents have, however, warned border riders against drinking and driving, asking them to be more vigilant on the road.
Ilikuwa ya Nissan na watu wa pikipiki watatu. Vijana watatu walikuwa wametoka pande ya Sagana wakiwa wamebebana na pikipiki. Wakanipika mahali nilikuwa nimesimama kwa barabara. Wakasema wavuke pande hii nyingine. Waingie kwa duka. Hao vijana wakavuka na Nissan ilikuwa inatoka pande ya Kagio. Wakakutana Nissan na pikipiki. Pikipiki ikagongwa na gari. Hao vijana walikuwa watatu wakakufa hapo. Nissan ilikuwa imebeba watu inaelekea pande ya Nairobi. Na ilikuwa hapo mbele kulikuwa na watu watatu, dereva na watu wawili. Watu wawili walikuwa wamekwama hapo mbele. Mmoja alikuwa amevujika miguu kabisa. Na huyo mwingine hakuwa ameguswa mahali lakini alikuwa amekwama hapo. Tukamtoa, akatuambia hana mahali anasikia uchungu hata kidogo. Lakini huyo mwingine tukapata amevujika mguu kabisa. Tukamtoa na akachukuliwa na askari na akapelekwa hospitali.
Kwa watu wa pikipiki wale wana drive pikipiki wakiwa walevi, mimi ningelipenda kuwaonya. Kwa sababu ukiwa mlevi haufai kuendesha pikipiki. Heri waambie mtu akumbembe akupeleke mahali unaenda kwa sababu wewe ndiye utajiletea hatia.
Now, away from that, the row over the fate of the Constituency Development Fund, that's the CDF, continues to escalate. Each passing day from both Azimio la Umoja and Kenya Kwanza camps coming together to ensure their demands are met. And just a day after Treasury CS Ukur Yatani stated that he would not be apportioning funds to the fund, which was found to be unconstitutional by the Supreme Court, Azimio leaders have lashed out at Yatani, saying that he has no mandate to decide on the fate of CDF.
It's going to be retained, but so far I know the cabinet has not been constituted, and so all cabinet secretaries are outgoing. So it is in that context that I've referred to him as outgoing cabinet secretary, to the effect that they will not disburse, or Treasury shall not disburse National Government Constituency Development Fund, purportedly because he received a court order to the effect. Nothing could be further from the truth. I want to first by stating very clearly that the case that was taken to court, and which case went all the way to the Supreme Court, was a case challenging the CDF Act of 2013. And that time it was called Constituency Development Fund. In 2015, following the decision of the High Court, even though Parliament or we appealed, those of us who were challenged or who were accused or who were taken to court by the civil society, even though the matter was appealed in the Court of Appeal, still members of the National Assembly went ahead and amended the Act as per the decision of the High Court. And the amendment to the Act now took care of all the issues that were raised, issues of concern like members of Parliament being responsible for the management of the fund. Remember, in the CDF Act, which was repealed in 2015 and was renamed National Government Constituency Development Fund, in that old Act, which was taken to court or which was challenged in court, members of Parliament were categorized as chairs and patrons of the fund. In fact, that time, members of Parliament could be chairs of the fund. Later on, we made the amendments and we created independent committees, constituency development committees, which are now responsible for management of the fund. And the committees are constituted by the public, through public participation. In fact, they are voted. They are not just members that are picked by an individual. They are voted, there is public participation. It's a very exhaustive exercise. And there is a constituency development fund manager who is directly responsible and is accountable for this fund. There is the board, the National Government Constituency Development Fund Board, which is a body corporate and is responsible for management of these funds. And therefore, someone being mischievous to imply that the current members of Parliament are managing the funds and therefore...
Residents affected by a fire incident in Silanga area of Langata constituency on Wednesday continue speaking out about their ordeal that night. Most say the inferno that gutted down over 100 houses, leaving many homeless, also destroyed important documents as well as their essential work tools. They are urging the government to continue providing support to them as they are forced to start life afresh.
Hapa nataka kuomba pia government yetu ambayo ni rais wetu mpendwa aweze kutazama mali hapa tunaishi, kwa sababu hizi manyumba zimeshikana sana. Moto ikifika unapata imechoma mali pakubwa sana kwa sababu hakuna hata njia. Hapo ndio ninaishi na kila kitu yangu yote. Hiyo manguo zangu, vitu ya maana, vitu zote za nyumba zimechomeka zote. Nilikuwa na familia, certificate zote za watoto zimechomeka, birth certificate zote, kila kitu imechomeka. Tumebaki hivi hata tuna manguo za kuvaa.
ID yangu sasa sina ID, imeungua. Birth certificate yangu pia hiyo nimepoteza. Living zangu yote ya class 8 na form 4 pia hiyo sina. Tunaweza ambia serikali yetu, hasa His Excellency Mr. President William Ruto, kuwa aweze kuangalia mtaa wa Kibera. Ni mtaa ambao umeshikana sana, mavyumba ni mingi, watu pia ni wengi. Na mkasa kama ukitokea, kitu kama gari ya zimamoto inafika kwa wakati, ili tunazuia maathiriko mingi sana.
Pia tunataka kuomba county government watuwekee lori ya maji hapa, zimamoto iwe standby, kwa sababu mkasa wa moto iko hapa kila siku. Pia tumewaongelesha wakazi mambo ya illegal connection ya stima wawache, wamuite professional aiweke ile stima yake hivi sawa, kwa sababu nyingi za hizi moto huwa ni kwa sababu ya stima. Ndio hapo hiyo kiwanja tunataka kufanya slum upgrading. Hapo kutakuwa na nyumba zaidi ya 4,000 hapo, 4,000 units, ndio 4,600 units. Hiyo hakikisha kuwa msongamano usikuwepo tena. Inaitwa mpango zima slum upgrading program.
Chief Justice Martha Koome says the judiciary is well on its way to ensure that each and every Kenyan is able to access justice in a speedy manner. Koome, who opened a new court of appeal in Nakuru County, says the move is aimed at ensuring that Nakuru residents do not have to travel to Nairobi to have their appeals heard. She has further called upon the new court to hasten the hearing of pending appeals in the courts within 1 year.
This is in line with our vision, the social transformation through access to justice, where we continuously make interventions to ensure our justice system is accessible, is also cost-effective, is timely, and it is efficient. Those are the aspirations of our people that are well articulated in the Constitution. By having a permanent Court of Appeal bench in Nakuru, we are reducing the geographical distance traveled by litigants and the cost of accessing appellate justice. We are keen to work with all of you to support the judges led by your leadership in realizing the target of ensuring that appeals that are now pending in the Court of Appeal are concluded within a period of 1 year.
In achieving this very important milestone, it shall go a long way towards improving access to justice through the Court of Appeal. With the establishment of a permanent Court of Appeal bench in Nakuru, the accessibility of the court has been enhanced significantly in this large and strategic city and its environs. Further, the reorganization of the sub-registries across the Court of Appeal will improve the efficient administration of these courts and positively impact the court users and litigants as regards access to justice.
Aharub Khatri has been declared Speaker of the County Assembly of Mombasa. He was sworn into office by the Mombasa County Assembly clerk this afternoon. Khatri was elected unopposed after 9 other candidates who had shown interest in the position failed to submit their duly filed nomination papers before the deadline date.
Express my special recognition to the entire membership of this County Assembly. You all have a unique history which has made you make it into this assembly. You have indeed proved your critics wrong when they told you that you will not make it to this third assembly. Honorable members, you are here today representing your people, and this goes to show that God always has the final say in our lives. Leadership is from God, and it is by His grace and power that today your name will be engraved in history books as members of the County Assembly of Mombasa for the next 5 years. Honorable members, we have now taken the oath of office, and as Article 74 of the Constitution, we now have the mandate to exercise sovereign power of the people through legislation, representation, and oversight. As leaders, we must realize that our number one customer is our people. We therefore have a huge responsibility to serve the residents of Mombasa in the best way by continuously seeking to address their aspiration. In these words of the American author Albert Payne, what we do for ourselves dies with us. What we do for others and the world is and remains immortal. Honorable members, as you are all aware, during the first and second assembly, we did not have a minority party because we did not achieve the legal requirements. However, the 3rd County Assembly.
Now, a family in Lumuli Village, Webuye West constituency in Bungoma County is mourning the death of their 22-year-old kin who met his death when trying to separate a fight between two of his friends. Now, it is reported that the deceased was stabbed to death as he was trying to intervene to stop the fight at a market. Efforts to seek medical attention were futile and he was pronounced dead as he later arrived at the Lugulu hospital.
Jioni karibu masaa 2 kwa biashara yangu kama kawaida. Jana akakuja huyu marehemu, nikampea uji, akakaa chini, na mshukiwa mwenye alitenda hiyo kitendo akatokea ghafla na kijana mwingine kwa barabara tu, alafu akafahamia huyo kijana. Hiyo harakati ya huyo kijana mwingine kuhepa kuja penye huyu kijana nimepea uji anakunywa, alafu huyu kijana akafahamia huyo na akaanza kumchapa. Sasa kijana huyu marehemu akajaribu kutetea huyu mwingine na tu kujua ya kwamba huyu mshukiwa ako na kisu katika mkono wake. Baadaye nikashtukia tu huyu marehemu anarudi huku nyuma na anaanza kutembea sasa analimbu kumuuliza kagai ni nini inaendelea, alafu anabeba tu nguo juu. Mimi kuona ni damu, huyu mshukiwa alikuwa anatoroka mbio.
Watoto walikuwa wanapikana, alafu marehemu akawa anaenda kuwa separate. Sasa katika hiyo hali kumbe mshukiwa